Just by listening, you'd never guess this big band sound is coming from these not-so-big musicians. Presenting the Jazz Standard Youth Orchestra. In the moments I feel that you feel.
As you can hear, they're performing at a ridiculously high level for young people. We went with a just very simple concept was performance. Instead of having them rehearsing ad nauseum, we do a rehearsal on the day to get a set together.
Kids have to audition to be part of the program, which exposes them to the art of performing by putting them in front of a live audience here at Jazz Standard Jazz Club in New York every Sunday.
The performance of this music is where most of the joy comes from for the listener and for the performer themselves. Communicating with an audience with music is what we all do it for, and they're getting to experience it early on, and I have a feeling that it makes them want to practice harder and more when they've an outlet.
And that's just what drummer Evan Sherman was looking for when his mom found out about the program through an internet search.
He was always a very serious musician, and he was looking for other outlets to play, so I happened on this when I went onto the Jazz Standard website, and this is now the beginning of his 4th season here.
Evan, who's been drumming since age 5, started as a rock and roll drummer before a trip to a jazz club got him thinking about trying something different.
Well, my favorite drummer is Charlie Watts, who was the drummer of the Rolling Stones, and so I grew up drumming to the Rolling Stones and rock and roll, and then when I was 11 I went to the Blue Note in New York and I saw Charlie Watts playing with a jazz band. After watching him play, I was like, okay, jazz, okay, you know, this is new for me, maybe I'll try it out.
When he finally did, he fell in love.
It's been great. I've met a ton of new musicians and talented kids, and I've kept a relationship with basically every one of them, so we play together all the time, and that's what this program did. It brought us together.
David says exposure to music gives kids more than a creative outlet. It's
been proven that academically it helps kids in their schoolwork. Being a member of a big band, they have a discipline that they have to adhere to. If they're not there, they let their team down, and so it's a lot of life lessons.
Like learning the power of music.
They learn that the music moves people. They mightn't learn that until years to come. Kids go through college and they don't realize that they're actually, no exaggeration, probably saving somebody's soul.
It's almost like being in love. And being in front of an audience tends to bring kids out of their shells.
You see parents coming in, is that my child up there?
If you love music and you love to make music, it's a perfect fit. You'll find some kids who dabble in it, some kids whose parents push them into it, and then there are some kids that just can't live without it. And so this is a great opportunity for kids to explore it if they really, really love it. Because it's every Sunday, they're committing a big portion of their weekend to this.
Which is fine by Evan. He's one of those kids who can't live without it.
What do you love about jazz?
Well, everything, I guess. Just the freedom that you have and the ability to be creative. I felt that when I was playing rock and roll, you know, it's kind of like the same thing over and over again for a drummer. And with jazz, you can be a little bit more free.